And thank you for speculating. And now,
Yeah, well, it's the last time we speculate.
now
ever.
shouldn't we go ahead and do what we do, which is
What we do best.
I feel like, dude, you need to
Filming
sorry,
the
man,
class?
we got to step it up, dude. I'm gonna shit all over this real quick. We need a sound like a boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you want
soundboard
drops?
thing.
Do you want to do drops? Is that
Yeah,
that's
dude.
what you want?
Come
I'm not
on,
trying to
dude.
be that.
Come on. We
I'll
want all
do
of them.
gimmicks with what we talk about.
Okay,
but I ain't trying to do
physical.
drops.
So pull out the little windy thing though, or something, and do physical ones.
You know what? I think you bring your phone, and if you start playing stuff on there and put it, I'm like, I can't stop you.
No, but I mean, like, bring out the little. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I
Clap
just
her
sold
hands.
that on Facebook Marketplace.
I want
this
you to put a
afternoon.
box together full of tchotchkes.
I'll get Sela's switchboard.
There you go.
We'll do that. We'll
I was
turn the
playing with
light
that
up.
thing out there. I was like, Stephanie, would you get this?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, that's
About
Sela's.
electrical engineering.
I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
no, she's figuring it out, man. She's figuring it out. So film class, buddies. What was the year?
The year was
74.
1974.
70.
And it was an interesting year. The
definitely was.
hairstyles were, they were styling.
They were straight 70s, y'all.
We're right in the height of the 70s. The heat was turned up that year.
The heat is on.
Gerald Ford,
No Jer.
he was your president. He became the president on August 9th, 1974 after Richard Nixon resigned. They were like, hey, Nixon, you got to get the fuck
What
outta
happened
here.
there? What did Nixon do something? Man, so what movies he got?
Do we, Nixon's a good guy.
He started asking too many questions. Is what he did.
He recorded too much. I think he had
Nixon was
too
a
many
good guy.
recording devices set up.
That's damn sure what they said.
Yeah, so
So your president was Gerald Ford.
Also,
like I said,
inventor of the automobile,
yep.
Henry
That's true.
Gerald Ford.
yeah, no,
He changed his name and became president.
And then Ford served as president until January 20th, 1977, when he was succeeded by
Reagan?
Jimmy Carter.
No,
Carter's.
Carter.
Oh, Carter. He's still alive, or he just died, right?
Jimmy Carter.
He just passed
But
away.
you know what's nice though
He's
is that
the-
he's going to be voting in the next election.
I bet there'll be a few
Still
Jim
be voting
Carters.
Democrat.
Jimmy Carter's still D down the ballot.
And I really don't know enough even about his presidency, but he just kind of looked like an old guy you wanted to slap.
He looked like Mr. Smithers.
He
Or like
was.
He
Jerry
just kind of looked like a guy's like.
He was widely considered until our previous president to be the worst president in American history. It was like that was the
Jim
middle
Carter?
of the the gas crisis and all that.
That makes sense.
And that's part of the reason why history is, depending on who you talk to, looked so favorably on Reagan. Was because of how bad the Carter
He was
years
set up.
were, where it was like
When you have a
just
terrible opening
inflation,
band or whatever.
all kinds of stuff.
It's like you'd have to go out of your way to screw this up, basically.
Yeah, it was.
So I can. You want to go first, Mikey? Do you want me to go first? I know we'll definitely have some crossover, but you let me know.
I can go. It doesn't matter. You
Then
can
I
go.
will.
You can
Yeah,
go.
you know
You
what?
go.
You know what? Yeah, so I didn't. So what to actually get on to watching? So
That movie
And-
came out in '74. AI.
the AI did come out in '74.
With Will Smith.
So I'll go and knock out these two Mel Brooks joints because they both came out this year.
shit.
Oh shit. Yep.
So we got the old Blazing Saddles came out this year,
The sheriff is near.
and it's a timeless one, that's for sure. Definitely appreciate
They should
different
remake
periods
this.
in time and the jokes and
They should remake
it's-
this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they modernize it.
Question: who do you think would remake this? Tarantino.
Kanye West.
Chris
Dude,
actually nailed
for
it.
whatever it's worth. I could see Tarantino getting away with it
I could too.
Oh yeah, no,
because
he definitely could.
he owns using certain language in a movie when
He
it
owns
makes
using a certain word in
Yeah,
movies.
to
That's
where
for
if it-
damn sure.
So he's proven that he's got the balls to do that.
He does.
So
He's an odd-looking guy, isn't he?
Oh, Tarantino.
No.
Yeah.
He's a goofball.
It's like like the type of guy.
He
that's
looks
in
like a
feet.
goober. He looks like a guy you might want to slap too. But I do love his work.
Torn from the fiery pages of the mightiest annals of the West comes the supreme saga in the great tradition of frontier drama.
Mel Brooks is Indian.
Schwarzes.
See that?
Yeah,
And he is a rock.
yeah, but
Yeah, shoot
with his hand. That's such a good part. You really are the Waco kid.
Yeah.
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and
Man, Sammy
far.
Davis looks great.
What's your name?
It's a joke.
Well, my name is Jim,
Yeah, this is
but most people call me Jim.
Well, do your best. Now, let's see. Where were we? Oh, Rock
He was in that Kubert movie. From
exactly
last year.
I want that land.
the bull rider. Yeah.
Clumsy
Yep.
fool. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. There might be a legal precedent. Of course. Land snatching. Let's see. Land. Sea snatch.
Hello, handsome. Is that a 10-gallon hat?
I feel like that's the lady
This,
that
right here.
Okay, give us a hand here.
All right, sir.
Helena Bonham Carter built her career off of.
Madeline Kahn.
Hey, that was the first use of auto pen.
The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the West has ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Mongo. Mongo like beans.
Ever seen such cruelty?
Very funny
Definitely-
movie,
dude. If
that
you've
trailer
not,
was-
you have to see that movie.
Yeah.
It was a
Trailer was kinda
lackluster.
bad. So next
Jesse
one,
Owens.
the funny thing is that this and Young Frankenstein came out in the same year by Mel Brooks.
And
I'd
both
watched
had
Young
Gene
Frankenstein a
Wilder
long
in them,
time
too,
ago.
didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know if either of you had watched it before or
I had never
no.
had.
And so I watched this with my dad Thursday. I'm like, oh, this will be one to rewatch again. Where I guess maybe I hadn't actually sat and watched it all the way through. But it definitely seems like one of these movies he worked on a lot harder to make sure it was a lot funnier. Because it really wasn't that. It really was. And
Young Frankenstein was in black and white, too.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it was making fun of Frankenstein
Yeah, the
movies.
original,
So
yeah.
I almost want to think, hopefully, if I go back and watch the original Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein actual whatever movies that's making fun of, maybe I'll think it's funnier. But other than
I
that,
was gonna say,
there's a
your
lot
first
of
impression
jokes that are
wasn't-
just
didn't seem
obvious.
funny.
The jokes were some of them obvious, and it wasn't funny
Yeah,
or
it's like-
executed well. I'm like,
Or I'd say it'd be
This
like
really isn't
like we talked
funny.
about the other week about the fucking pug just stole a French fry.
you know.
Did you get it? Yeah, and there's on that.
So I was saying, because Blazing Saddles, even now, there's stuff in there that will make you laugh. So it's like he understood the humor, how to make people laugh enough to where it's like, did he just not try? I was like, what's going on here? But either way, let's see. Trailer. It was surprising, but it was definitely about 10% of what I would hope the laughter factor would be here. Other than Gene Wilder just being loud and crazy, which I think I love. I love him. I love it. The way he yells and gets loud and crazy. I almost feel like this is just an excuse for him to be that kind of manic guy the whole time. And Peter Boyle's in here too. So
Oh, shit, he is?
Yep. Pete Boy. Petey Boy.
It's coming from
I'm
the
gonna
deep,
come.
dark recesses of the mind of Mel Brooks. I love him. Young Frankenstein.
It's funny how he's doing.
See, there he is. Peter Boyle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. The monster.
means business. Starring Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
Looks like Chase, doesn't
Peter
it?
Boyle as the monster.
Fox? Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Marty Feldman as Igor.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh,
Cloris Leachman as Frau Blucher. And Madeline Kahn as
Leachman.
Elizabeth.
What do you want to do to me?
Yep.
I'm not afraid of you.
Kill the monster! See Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
yes, I think we could all use a good laugh.
But don't see it alone. Don't miss Young Frankenstein, personally directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks. In black and white. No offense.
He's like in my other great movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like,
him. He's awesome.
oh, so that was funny. Let's see what else.
He's so great. Like that's so fucking great.
I'm gonna jump to a trailer for a little movie. That let's see. With the death thing, a wishing of death. Death Wish.
Oh, shit.
This is a
Charlie
movie
Bronson.
that, yeah.
It's based on a true story.
Oh, okay. And it had been on TV when I was a kid, randomly, like on Saturdays or something. But I'd never actually watched it. This is the first time me watching this.
This is the one where he's on the train, right? Or wait, is that the one I'm thinking of?
He's an architect, basic. It's a lot like that death sentence movie.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's death. Yeah, it's this is based off of what was the guy's name? Bernie Getz or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even know.
Just play the trailer.
Anyone else hearing an echo? Am I crazy?
Are you echoing?
I feel like maybe I was, but maybe it's just because how loud this is. Okay, I think it's just how loud this is. Here we go.
Enjoy a typical afternoon in New York City. Groceries, man.
Oh yeah, that's
Your boy
one with
Jeff.
fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
Yeah, it's based on.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
My name is Paul Kersey.
I don't get why does he always play sex offenders?
Sorry.
I want to do
She
a
died a few
mustache
minutes
like
ago,
that.
Mr. Kersey.
I'm bringing that
Any
mustache
chance
back.
catching these men?
That's a bold move.
There's a
Pull that
chance,
off.
sure. Just a chance. I'd be less than honest if I gave you more hope, Mr. Kersey.
This is Paul Kersey.
Oh,
This is the story of a man
Popped
who
his
decided
ass.
to clean up
Dino
the
De
most
Laurentiis?
that was back when men were
violent town
gentlemen
in
and
the
they'd
world.
carry a 6-gun and just shoot you and go home.
Heck yeah.
Very impersonal.
He begins where all the super cops leave off.
Oh shit! He just started.
Where's that?
Gone down by how much, sir?
Is that John Goodman?
Yes, that is John Goodman.
470 you reported last week.
No, it's actually John Madden.
Not so many people know that.
Damn.
And you want to keep it that way, huh?
Oh, no, we have to keep it that way, Inspector. This whole city would explode.
Make sure you hold those nuts and offer them to the guys in the room.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
it threw the
Zapped him.
newspaper.
Yep.
voice.
Wow.
I urge him
That's funny.
of law and order to desist from this
that
one-man
check?
crusade and turn himself into the police.
Let's see the money, man.
Oh, come on, man. You jive turkey.
That's
Oh,
a Keith
shot his
Stanfield.
ass. Oh,
Call him a mad
Wow.
vigilante.
yeah.
Call him a hero.
Oh, single action Colt.
Either way,
Oh, shit.
He's always
Tell you
on
what, though,
target.
Charles Bronson definitely has that
want you to get
the
out of
face and look that I would be intimidated to see him just walking up to me.
Well, he was a
Death
legit,
wish.
like, rough
Because
motherfucker.
a
Definitely
death
look like
wish
one.
always comes true. And
He really shot that guy.
Yeah.
He was a bad dude.
Boom.
He was like, I want it to look real realistic, so he shot the guy, and nobody snitched on him. They're like,
Like,
Yeah, there was the.
keep rolling, man.
It was in the 70s. There was I think it was Bernie Getz or something like that. That I don't know if he had been like mugged or something like that.
No.
And then ended up like going back like later on. Basically, like got a gun and then like started riding the subway
Okay.
Shit.
and
Was like,
waited for
"Try
somebody
me."
to rob him. And then ended up, he like killed a couple of.
Then he was
Killed a
like, hey,
couple
let
of
me
muggers
ask you
and stuff.
something. Your mother, she know how to sew? Bing, get her to sew that.
so some oats.
Fucking Mills and Joe Dirt.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've only seen that movie once.
Willem Dafoe. What the fuck am I saying?
A big
Christopher
old
Walken's character in the hallway.
Yeah, I
He's,
need to watch it again.
Doing his smack talk to a fire extinguisher.
To the kids on his toe, he was a
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
I'll take an arm. To the cops.
What movie is this?
One that Mikey suggested.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
A little movie called Crazy Joe is on Tubi. And Mikey said, check it out, and I said, I will.
Was a threat.
Only cause more confusion. You'll spill more blood. Just taking what should have been mine.
Watching father from Everybody Loves Raymond
Was a headline.
get his kill on.
Yeah.
Get his kill on.
Be an absolute goon.
Yep.
Crazy Joe.
He did work. He did work, that's for sure.
He was a junior executive in the biggest business in the world.
400. Service to the family.
Racketeering.
Hey, that kitty stuff don't pay the rent.
Then he took a shot at becoming chairman of the board.
It was supposed to, it's supposed to be Joe Gallo.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy Joe Gallo.
So I guess it is based on a true story.
These old grease balls moved over and gave us some room.
Yeah, he was the boss of the Colombo family.
No, but he played for the Rangers.
Don't believe what you read in the paper.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, don't be lying to me.
The boys up in Harlem had
That's
something he
fucking-
needed. Lots of black uptown muscle.
Jaquay said that?
And he had
The
something
Rock.
the brothers wanted. Brooklyn.
Kind of had a Lenny Kravitz look. What?
To take on the family.
We're under protection of the new management.
To rip off their money.
Hey, I want to see $35
I think this.
for this machine this week.
I think we could make money doing something like this, Mikey.
Yeah. Let's go.
Protection.
To stay alive.
Yeah, protection.
We could offer protection services to people on our own
You
street.
have to be smart.
The criminal has the guts to go against the social order.
You have to be quick.
You're in Dutch, baby.
You have to be ruthless.
You gotta sleep in a coffin.
Crazy.
Wow. Gotcha.
Oh.
Crazy Joe.
You know why they called him Crazy Joe?
He was insane. Oh no! What did
He
you
was
hear?
actually one of the most level-headed guys you meet.
Okay.
So they just thought it'd funny to be, hey, call him Crazy Joe. Sure, he shot a few people. But
Like we used to call you Black Mikey, right?
I don't think they called him Crazy Joe when he was younger.
Yeah, they waited till he was no longer alive, probably.
As tomorrow's.
No, because he was the one that, like, later on in life, like, really attempted to, like, he would go outside in, like, a fucking bathrobe and shit like that. Like, when he was under, like, FBI surveillance, really tried to play, like, the I'm losing my mind.
Oh, like, what's his name did?
Crazy
Freaking-
Joe Gallo.
And this week has
Like,
been
what's his name?
absolute-
Like Jeffrey Tambor in Arrested Development.
No, but that other mob guy that happened to Capone. Because Tom Hardy, they made that movie where Tom Hardy was
I didn't
playing
get through the first 10 minutes.
was
of that
playing
fucking
him
movie.
as the old senile guy who losing his mind.
Well, Al Capone died of fucking syphilis, though.
Exactly,
was
it makes you
actually
go
losing
crazy.
his yeah, but he was actually losing
Yeah.
his mind. Joe Gallo
He
wasn't. Joe
just
Gallo
saw
was
that and said,
pretending
"I'm gonna
like
do
a
that."
Fox.
So
he
yeah,
did like
those
the
are my
guy
movies.
in Training Day.
Uh,
Reached into his pants, pulled out a handful of peanut butter, licked his fingers clean. It was like Judge gave him 6 months in the loony bin.
Puzzle Factory.
That was what it was, Puzzle Factory.
puzzle.
yeah.
All right, so that was great. Those are great movies.
Yeah,
I love
there's
the
a
fact
bunch
that
that
you
came
liked. No, dude, it was a whole bunch.
Because I
and
think
I'm
with The
gonna-
Godfather
I'm about to get
2 and
into
stuff,
it.
so hopefully cover ones that.
Yeah, I'll probably cover a
Well,
few.
you can just mention. We don't have to. But yeah, there's some. Or the
One that I think
conversation
we need
was
to
the
watch.
only one I have to bring that it should.
One we need to pull up. It's definitely one that has to. We got to watch the trailer for. Hopefully, it's a good one. It'll be my first recommendation. If you haven't seen it, which if you haven't, shit, go watch it. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
The very first one.
Yep.
This shit was terrifying.
Turner Classic Movies.
This shit was terrifying.
TC.
Yep. I remember my sister renting this as a high schooler.
McConaughey.
But yeah, I do have to say the conversation. Gene Hackman. It was a different Francis Ford Coppola movie came out. It was actually worth checking out. Let's see. But here we go with Chainsaw Man. We got Leatherfaces. And I didn't realize, but the same guy that directed this first one also directed Life Force. Tobe
Really?
Hooper, whatever his
Really?
name is. Yeah.
Huh. It's got everything you need.
It does. Hey, homeboy looked like he didn't take a
Fucking
bath
homeboy.
once a month, maybe, but he knew what he knew. his
Actually,
stuff.
like looking back, it kind of looks like the guy that played Jeffrey Dahmer in the fucking.
Oh gosh, I can see
Netflix
that.
show,
Yeah.
whatever. Only his hair was like darker, like Homeboy's
What happened was true.
Oh. Whoops.
Zap your dumbass.
We're gonna eat you for dinner.
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
He's a chicken killer, right? Let's see. Yeah, I've definitely never watched this all the way through.
Really?
The very first one.
Yeah.
I remember watching it on the because it came on AMC or whatever back in the day on whenever we had cable, and it was like. So I remember actually seeing it.
Yeah, I know my sister looked at it. When we were in high school, she rented it. She'd be watching it.
This is the movie.
I'd be saying,
that
I'm
is
tell
just as
Dad, you're
real,
not supposed to rent this kind of movie, Christina. You're going to have nightmares.
just as close. Just as terrifying as being there. Even if one of them survives, what will be left? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you
This
stop
definitely
screaming,
paved the way
you'll
for
start
many
talking about it.
other, like,
It paved the way in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
One of those being safety, in a sense, which, you know, I'm sure it came. I don't know how the ways
Safety.
they improved.
Say that again. Oh,
Safety.
film, like on the filming of it.
Yeah. So apparently, the movie was shot in Central Texas during a heat wave. The temperatures often exceeded 110 degrees. The
Sounds like a
actors,
Texas
I was
summer.
about to say, sounds like fucking Texas.
the actors wore the same costumes every day to maintain continuity,
And stench.
which were soaked with sweat and became putrid after weeks of filming in the
Everybody
heat.
got fucking staph infection.
Yeah. Leatherface's chainsaw was real and functional. During the film, actor Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface, nearly injured the cast multiple times due to lack of safety precautions. At one point, he actually tripped and missed, falling onto the blade and missing it by inches.
Inspiration for Alec Baldwin's future work.
Man. It's like fucking
Says,
thing just went off.
marathon shoot led to mental breakdowns. The infamous dinner scene, the climax of the film, was shot over 27 continuous hours. Actor Ed Neal, the hitchhiker, said filming that scene was worse than his time in Vietnam.
It's a fucking director that just he wanted to put him in there until they went fucking crazy.
That's hilarious.
The intense lighting, smell of rotting food used for realism and extreme heat caused multiple breakdowns on set. Could you imagine that? You just got some dude said it was worse than Nam.
Yeah.
He's like, how long were you in Nam for? At least like a year or so. He's like, dude, that was
Seriously.
worse than my whole time in Nam.
And I bet there's none of it is being the director trying to being crazy. Because I think it had to be one of his first movies, probably. He's just probably, that's how it went. It was a rough shoot.
It says Sally's finger was really cut. It says one scene Leatherface slices Sally's finger to feed blood to Grandpa. It says the fake blood pump wasn't
like a
working,
riddle?
so Gunnar Hansen actually cut actress Mary Burns' finger with a razor blade. The shot was 100% real. That was real blood. He was dripping into Grandpa.
Man, that's
The
wild.
cast was barely paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the actors, were
Oh,
were paid very little or nothing. Sometimes in deferred payments, like usually how baseball teams.
He's like, I got
I'll pay
you.
you.
I gotta get that check. I really do.
He's like, hey, Matthew's not answering his phone anymore. He's like, hey, remember that movie we made where you cut my fucking finger? Like,
despite Despite the filming, despite the film earning millions, it cost $140,000 to make it, and it earned over $30 million. Many involved saw almost no money.
Yeah,
many involved saw almost no money due to shady distribution deals and legal entanglements. No shit.
That's the name of the game, yo. That's the name of the game.
And lastly, apparently, it was almost a PG film.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It
there's
was in
two,
the
there's
70s.
PG and R,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So
it would have been G, but they were like, you know what? We'll make
I
it
guess if you
PG.
think about the actual scenes of outright gore, it's really just more insanity in like kind of
or
gory
like,
settings.
uneasiness, like
but
like the.
this is actually interesting to think about.
Another one, which you could, if you want to pull up a trailer, cool. If not, whatever. Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, yeah.
That was one they remade not too long
with old
ago.
John Depp. This was the original.
Yeah, it was. Twas.
John Depp.
Jonathan.
Also, too, one that came out this year, iconic movie. We don't necessarily have to, but if you want to, The Longest Yard.
With
Burt Reynolds.
Iconic old Bertie Reynolds. And then another one.
Did not need a remake, I'll tell you that much.
This one, if you want to watch
Did not need a remake.
if you want to watch a thing for you could. If not, it doesn't matter.
You tell me, brother.
Fuck it. Why not? Because it could be our second. Why not? The reason is because there's synchronicity. It's Charles Bronson flick, Mr. Majestic.
Okay.
It's on Tubi. Mr. M-A-J. It's M-A-J-E.
Wait, so this is the one that they remade with Jim Carrey?
Huh?
Yes.
They remade this later on, and Jim Carrey played the good guy, right?
Potentially.
The Majestic?
Mr. Majestic. Mr.
I knew I was picking up what you were putting down.
Majestic. M-A-J.
Mr. Testic.
J-E-S-T. There, down, 3, the third one.
I'll just do trailer. Look here, son.
Mr.
I know how to use a
Majestic,
keyboard.
Cambodia.
It's
Trailer.
That's not how it's spelled. But that.
Wait, what the... 1974?
Yeah, J-E-S-T-K.
T-Y-K. Yeah, that's
There
it.
we go. See? Once I hit trailer in there, I knew it would take me there, brother.
M-S-T-Y-K, bro.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Bam.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's see what this is about. See the silhouettes of 3 dudes just talking the whole time. It's like, what?
And if you look at me again like that, I'll kiss you.
Man, a lot of people doing multiple movies
Last
this
year,
year.
Billy Jack became one of
Billy
the most
Jack.
popular pictures of our
Billy
time.
Jack.
Knick-knack.
Oh,
This is
Billy
a
Jack.
knick-knack,
Was applauded by
paddywhack.
audiences across the nation. Now,
Give that frog a line.
Charles Bronson is Mr. Majestic in a movie that touches the hero in all of us.
Yeah.
Vincent Majestic was an ordinary man. He wanted to work his farm, live
They
his
toss
life,
him
Melon
watermelon.
mind
farmer.
his business,
Hey, didn't somebody say something about a cold beer after work?
but they wouldn't let him.
Hey, I don't think I know you.
Come over from La Junta with some top hand pickers.
Hire who I want.
Yeah, well, you see, you want me. Only, it ain't sunk into that thick brain of yours yet.
They frightened his workers.
Tell them they don't work here anymore.
You got 2 minutes to get the hell in your cars and get out of here.
They tortured his friends.
Oh, shit.
They threw
What?
him in jail.
Dante from fucking the Sandler movies.
I understand I should keep my mouth shut.
They destroyed his crops.
Not the melons.
Python.
That's
They forced him to become what he
Man,
never
it's
meant
still
to
edible.
be, a hero. Why are they calling Mr. Majestic
Leaded
the
watermelons.
one movie you must
we
see
got
this
blended
year?
watermelons
Ask
this
anyone who's
this
seen
week,
it.
guys.
Anyone.
Ask
Charles
anyone.
Bronson
Anyone.
So
is
you
Mr.
watched it?
Majestic in a movie that touches
no.
the hero in all of us.
But I wanted to
But
recommend
it did come out.
It did come out, and I was like, you know what? We need to watch it because
I think it's mandatory that you watch that tonight.
This monkey.
it will. Okay.
Can't go.
so
Well, okay.
now-
There's a trailer I need to show for a movie I actually wanted to watch, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, I'm not even done. Maybe I
Okay,
bring
don't
it
let
up.
me forget though.
Don't
no,
let you forget.
you're not gonna bring this up.
Okay, the movie you
I
should
promise
watch,
you won't
which
bring
is
it
a
up.
good one.
The rapist.
decent.
What?
Therapist?
Bring up your movie. I don't want you to forget. Go ahead.
It's
I got mine right
another
here.
Gene Wilder movie, and I found it on a pirate streamer, but it was dubbed in German, and I couldn't find an English one. This little movie called Rhinoceros.
This is one I was on my list.
This is the one I was gonna.
Yeah. Chris had this one in a piece of. Chris, reach into your right pocket, pull out the piece of paper.
Reach into your left scrot. Inside the ball, you'll find a piece of paper.
Started watching that shit. Bono.
Yeah, I'm probably like 70% through it.
Bro, it's just Smokey and the Bandit.
You telling me, brother? You saw what I typed in here. It's trying to make me do other stuff.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceri.
How did I close that?
Bro, you
thing?
spelled Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceroses.
Rhinoceros. Sisyphus.
Rice and
It looked like a crazy movie.
Is a rhinoceros.
Carl is a rhinoceros.
You're talking gibberish. Nixon became a
Phil.
rhinoceros.
The press just made it up. They do these sort of things just to sell papers.
No! I was chased
Hey.
all the way here by a rhinoceros.
The movie's literally about people who turn into rhinoceros.
What is that thing?
Rhinoceros is an agonizingly funny, great movie, according to the Boston Herald American. Based upon Eugene Ionesco's audacious, outrageous masterpiece of the modern theater.
What's going on?
Rhinoceros, brilliantly directed by Tom O'Horgan. Says the critic of the Dallas Times Herald,
Hey.
this comedy is a joy to see.
You know it's good then.
Enjoy turning into
Yeah, the
a
Dallas Times
rhinoceros.
Herald doesn't around anymore. So it's
I
been
know
that way.
how
That opinion has been nullified. It's made moot. I believe he's beginning the
Starring one and only
transformation.
incomparable Zero Mostel.
must get back to primeval integrity.
Hey, speaking of,
I am not a
People
crook.
try to hang on to their individuality, always come to a bad end.
And the intoxicating Karen Black.
Damn, Karen. Shit.
Can you honestly say that that's a language?
back when Karen was a good name to throw around.
Real. Karen was Sharon.
Yeah.
Just a human being.
Rhinoceros, Eugene Ionesco's classic stage comedy of Western civilization, becomes a wild, wild movie.
I think I know what I'll be watching tonight. Have you seen? And you watched this?
No, I did.
You're just sharing movies.
I explained. Do you remember what I said about it before we started? Can you remember? I found it on the pirate streamer and it was dubbed in German. So it was tough to understand it.
Did you check to see if it was on Tubi?
So you don't.
Oh,
you
I
don't
checked.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
I checked, and I'm actually trying to download the torrent of it, and there's no one seeding this damn movie, so
Can't
I'm having
find
a
it.
rough
So
go.
instead, I fucking downloaded Babbel, and I'm learning German. And hopefully, I hope to watch this movie by the
They
end
found
of
a
the year.
tasteful way of plugging things, didn't
It's like
they?
Matt, you can find you can get it down there at Half Price Books. They sell it.
All right, Mikey. The floor is yours.
Before the trailer movie Foxy Brown, I did not watch this, but it's an iconic movie.
Pam Grier.
Yep, Pam
It's an
Grier.
iconic movie Foxy Brown.
It's true.
It should be checked out.
Yes.
I did watch this one. It's a good one. It should be checked out by all. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Thunderbolt.
You did watch.
Lightfoot, yeah,
this is on the
You
list
should
of
pull up
things
the
that look pretty
trailer.
good.
It was
That
good.
was good?
It's got
Clinton
two iconic people.
Eastwood.
And who else?
Thunderboil.
Thunderbolt.
Okay, watch out for one of those. I had one last week.
Jeff Bridges
Lotfoot
is your other buddy.
Logfoot. Thunderbolt and Logfoot.
Dude, if you got Thunderbolt and Logfoot the same in the
Thunderboiled-
same foot, dude, you're done.
Thunderboiled
Cut that
Logfoots.
bad boy off.
Sounds delicious. Thunderboiled Logfoot.
Yeah, if you don't take
What
care of that,
about
it turns into
Thunderboiled
Clubfoot.
Frogfoot?
Yeah, Bridges is like
Hey, Matt, at what
14.
point are we going to boil that frog I got? That big one.
Dude, looks tasty, don't it? Dude, that's a good looking frog. That's I've never wanted to eat a frog more than whenever I looked at that frog.
See them legs, dude? Deep fried. Matt thinking about that
Brutus,
frog in
man.
his fryer.
Pixie frogs, apparently they eat
That
the
is a big
tastiest.
ass frog.
of the frogs you can buy at your local pet shops.
Are you talking about the ones you have out there?
No, they got a new one. Have you not seen it? Bro.
Oh, it's like that? It's like a hamburger?
Yes.
You got to figure
Yeah, no,
you
we
gotta
do need
fatten
to
it
do a
up more.
ranking of the top 20 animals you could eat that you can buy at your local pet store.
What is it?
Which way we headed?
We're good together.
Rabbit.
10 years too late.
Used to
You starved to
Eat
death
too
on
much
it.
of it. Yeah. You would starve to
Brought
death
back
if you
some
were
extra
eating
goodies.
rabbit.
You out of your mind?
He burned more calories eating it than
It's something good.
It's like celery.
That fucking Riviera.
Boom. Look at that. That's back when they made cars
Wait,
to last.
so this is the inspiration for Cannonball Run or something?
You don't know shit about
Oh, that's fucking, what's his name? From
You want to play games?
Any
Cool
Which
Hand
Way But
Luke.
Loose.
Why not do it
He
again?
was in Cool Hand Luke,
What's
too.
your mouth off about now? Montana Armor. We hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
same place,
No
the same
man
way.
can eat
Yeah, so the monkey
58.
ain't in this one, right?
No, that's what I was
That's
thinking,
Any
too.
Which Way But
Yeah.
Loose.
Again with armor-piercing shells. At exactly 10:30, Goody, you're
Dude,
gonna
that's some
drop that
bass,
foot off
dude.
in the alley behind the Liberty Lounge. The window's already been fixed, so you can just climb right in there and change your clothes. At 11:30, you get in the telegraph office, and you got to get in there before
Look at that.
11:35, because that's when the alarm goes off.
That's one of
man's
the original
Nobody gets hurt.
Transformers.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
That was Jeff Bridges' ass. In a dress.
He squats.
That's a buxom man.
That's a handsome lady.
Dude,
Man, it's
this
caked up.
is winning for trailer of the year.
Yeah, the
just based
trailer's
on
sick.
The,
Yeah.
and this
Trailer really is
soundtrack,
sick.
dude.
Oh, is it a fucking 20 millimeter? A fucking like anti-aircraft
It's a good
gun?
movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. Just the title made me think it was going to be about something else entirely.
Yeah, what is
Something-
that one? I can't think of the name of
Something
it.
loving of the
No, it's
the original peoples, the original livers on this land. Let's see.
it's like Footloose and fucking.
Well, I know the
Something
one of the
like-
monkeys any which way, but loose any
Anyway,
which way you
yeah,
can.
any which-
There's
any
like
which
more
way
than
but
one.
loose. That's what it was, yeah.
Dan Curtis's Dracula. It's on Tubi.
Was it good?
Yeah, you want to?
You tell me if you want to see a trailer.
I haven't
See
seen
what
the
Dan
trailer,
Curtis
so I'd
looks
be
like.
interested to
Yeah.
see
So
what
it's-
the trailer's
I'll
like.
just
I,
do
I got two left.
1974
Let's do
Dracula.
one more.
Yeah, yeah. So
Tony
Jack,
Curtis, Dracula.
Dan Curtis. Damn, Daniel. Daniel.
I can imagine there was a large number of Dracula movies that were coming out all the time. Wait, so there's,
It looks like fucking Martin Sheen in the second picture.
look how
It
many
really
Dracula
does.
movies came out in '74.
Bro, a lot.
The very first one was the one you were looking for.
We got
Dan
Old Dracula.
Curtis.
Well, I know. I'm just kind of curious or quick to see. Oh, that actually is called Old Dracula.
That's
Okay.
an old man, fool. Oh,
So damn Curtis.
I'm gonna
No,
get
there's
you.
only one.
This is Tony Robbins Dracula. Let's see.
Tony Rob. What's he going to give us a motivational speech?
Hey there, guys.
Hey, so
I
you
thought
gotta-
my head was big.
you gotta
He's got the
visualize.
biggest head.
I was in the movie Elf.
Of all the horror
I
stories
ate
ever
the elf.
told, one towers above them all. The
Tony
original
Robbins.
masterpiece of the macabre. The undeniable terror of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Jack Palance.
Oh, fucking Curly Bill.
Oh,
Or
Jackie Boy.
What's his name?
Who are you? What do you want?
That looks like Kiefer.
At
least he keeps attractive women.
Shadow of darkness across Europe to Victorian England.
It's a good movie, dude. Mise en scene on 10, dude.
It does
City
actually look
Slickers.
like
He was
a legitimate looking Dracula
Reaches
movie.
back into the dead past.
Look at that.
Curly was his name.
A nightmare.
Uh-oh.
Stalks through the centuries to embrace the
Bro,
living.
many girls
vampires.
you had in
I'm
this
gonna
bed?
tell you this right now. Vampires are some dogs,
If the
dude.
cause of your fiancé
It's
Man.
funny they're not werewolves
Fiancé.
because they're always
Shoot.
coming for some ladies.
then beside
They
it,
definitely
most-
They just
seem
happen
to,
to seek out the hot women.
yeah, to casually find the ways to the women first.
The Legend of Curly's Gold.
You're dead.
Elon
That's
Musk?
full gets a split second. Oh, Nigel Davenport. That tooth. Hey, hey. Oh, all right.
Well, Penelope Cornier?
Oh,
Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown.
That doesn't look anything.
Yeah, that show is
like,
a spinoff. You didn't know that, did you?
What's her name?
Candace Bergen?
I knew it was Candace. I couldn't think of her last fucking name. Murphy's Law.
Now I'm yours forever.
Oh, now she got him.
He was like, and that's when he learned you can't trust these bitches.
Now comes one.
My hose.
I'm trying to get the whole crew capes.
Is that Daniel Day-Lewis?
Dude.
I want to get capes for the whole crew. Would y'all wear a cape if I bought y'all capes?
If you got me a cape, heck yeah.
You would? Chris,
If you,
would you wear a
anything
cape?
I'm giving is a gift, I'll most likely wear.
I get cool capes.
Oh, he flipped that table, man. That scene was inspired by our Lord.
Yeah. He was like, you guys in here collecting taxes in the church? He's like, somebody give me a whip.
All right,
Drive
last
out the
movie.
tax collectors. English
Taking
motherfucker.
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4,
Yeah.
5,
So he had
6.
They
This is
remade
the
this
second.
movie later on.
They remade this movie 3 times,
Goodness
twice.
gracious.
With Dean Snell.
The original was in like the 50s, I believe.
Have you seen all of them? I have not seen one of them.
Movie poster.
You haven't seen one of them? Yeah, I have the original movie poster.
For the 70s.
Who's in the newer one?
Travolta and
Oh, yeah.
Denzel.
Yeah, that's right. Taking a Pelham. Let's see who we got in this one. Ooh. Wait, is that the same? Which actor is that? It's Jack Black.
It's obviously Darren Aronofsky.
Mikey would know. Mikey would know this.
Darren Aronofsky.
1:23 p.m.
Or is this?
A crowded subway train.
This was the original, though. I thought there was one before this.
No. This one.
Train starts its run from Pelham Station in the Bronx. 1:45 p.m. Ford,
That's good. Didn't
desperate,
sound like
heavily
you have to
armed,
wait.
But I have the
seized
poster for this
control of the
movie.
train,
Open the door or I'll blow your head off.
taking 17 people as hostages.
Your attention, please. Now then, you'll all remain seated. Anybody who tries to rise is going to get shot.
That's a gentleman robber.
He's going to get
Excuse
ripped
me.
in half.
Can I borrow your
Made
paper?
myself understood.
2:13 p.m. The city of New York is given 1 hour to come up with $1 million ransom.
You're out of your skull.
All units stand by on the
Oh,
double.
Walter Matthau.
The train's been hijacked.
Millions have read it. Now you can live it. The taking of Pelham 1,
The
2,
Ride.
3.
He was
There's
the
no way you
bestseller.
can get away with this. You are underground.
He was
Tunnel.
26 there.
3:13, we are going to begin executing the hostages.
Basically still wet behind the ears.
My orders.
New York City is held powerless in the grip of 4 ruthless men. From the mayor's office,
Don't tell me I don't want to know.
I was trying to sleep.
50 men inside the tunnel, all wearing vests and armed with machine and submachine guns. We can fight the Third World War down there.
to the nerve center
like
of
two
the world's
MP40s,
busiest
bro.
subway system.
My only priority is saving the lives of these passengers.
Maybe an hour isn't enough time.
An hour is plenty of time. We agreed to pay.
I don't know. It's like how many minutes?
We agreed to pay
60
the money.
minutes.
Now turn your clock off. The money has to be counted, stacked, tied,
many seconds
transported
is that?
uptown. It just isn't physically possible.
How many dollar bills can you count in 1 hour?
Pelham 123's in motion.
There's nobody driving the train.
You like the motion of the gravy train.
Together anyway.
Just not gonna make it.
We're not gonna make that light. You have to stop.
Beep, beep. Was that fucking,
Yeah, Pavarotti.
Walter Matthau.
I said, yep, Pavarotti.
No, but it actually did look like, what's his name?
Hijack in history.
Mad About You.
Paul Reiser.
Yeah, that's right.
1, 2, 3.
He about to get killed by an alien. No, yeah, that. 1, 2,
Colomar Pictures, Palladium Productions, making of Pelham 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of P's.
And that brings 1974 to an end. Round of applause.
The winner of best trailer is gonna have to be old Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. I'll tell you that.
Thank you. What spin that wheel spinner man,
Yes.
wheel
Yes,
spinner
look
boy.
at this. We
Spin that wheel, carnival boy.
And a number generator.
Carnival boy, spin it.
Yes.
Carnival boy.
I'm here to please.
Yeah,
and
Schultz,
be
stop.
ridiculed.
That's how you should be referred to from here on out. Schultz,
The
stop.
year is 4.
The year is 4.
We're gonna have a rough
What's
go
the
with
best
this one.
movie from the year 4?
Well, that would probably be the movie number 3.
It's like right after the Garden of Eden.
69. Have we had 69? Let's
Summer of
see.
I don't think we've
69.
done 69.
We
I
about
can tell
to
you
No, we
that.
would. I feel like we'd have.
But that's within 5
that.
years. I think we could do the other spin rule if we want to, because it's so close to the same decade. Let's see. Where's the Mikey?
I mean,
that was the year that I got my first real
could
6
stick with
string.
That is true.
I bought it at the 5 and Dime.
I mean,
You
there's
played
some,
it, dude. You played it to your fingers bled.
No, it was the summer of '69.
Yeah, dude.
Me and
there's
some
like
friends from school.
there's a handful of good ones in this year now, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you know this in every.
We
come
had
on.
a band.
We
tried real
did.
hard.
Do you want to try again, or do
Well,
you
I want to just confirm without.
Okay, I say
doubt.
we spin again. And if we don't like it, we stick with 69.
Yeah, I just want to make sure without we haven't done before, without any doubt whatsoever. But the eternal loading, you know,
point. I don't think we did,
yeah, I don't think so either. But
maybe it'll help you.
What?
Can I?
The fuck?
You want me to name? Oh,
yeah,
there
so
it
yeah,
is.
we're up for it. So
we can spin again, and if we don't like that year, we'll go with 69.
Let's see
How
what-
about that? Let's
Yeah.
come on. Let's
let's see what we get here. I don't know what is up with anytime I try and do the internet when you guys is here. I don't know if y'all are streaming pirate.
Oh yeah, I'm using all your bandwidth. I'm
Make-
mining
the
crypto
thing
right
is
now.
wired in.
My car is a crypto mine, and I'm mining Bitcoin right now. Parked in front of your house.
We also stole the copper out of your wires.
That is true.
But
57, I think 69.
I mean, you could do it on your phone if you
Okay.
want. Oh, 57?
Oh God.
Yeah, 69 it is.
Okay, so yeah, some good ones from that year. Should
There
I
we
name
go.
them?
Oh,
You know what
if
the
you want to
square root of
tease, then by all
69
means.
is?
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
There you
Easy
go.
Rider, Wild Bunch, True Grit, Italian Job.
Be 902. Heck yeah.